How shall I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window.
Hey everyone, High Flyers Tag Team, back here again with another video again today. Today, I finally want to talk about some of the poll results and stuff that I made over the past few weeks. I took 3 polls. The one didn't really have that much attention. The other 2 did get a good amount of votes, so know that this is a majority of my polls, and this basically was out of like 200 some people. This obviously does not go with the whole fan base, more of just my audience. So yes, there's a lot of people that probably do disagree, but basically, I took some polls and asked a few different questions, and basically, I got feedback, so let's talk about it. So, the first poll I took a little while back, I took, would you guys prefer a team-up or not in the film? And with a staggering 226 votes, overwhelmingly over 80% of people said yes, they would like a team-up. My opinion, I don't want a team-up in this film. That's me personally. I'll get on to that. I'm basically gonna break down every point of the poll, kind of discuss it. The second point I'm not gonna talk about too much, but I'm gonna give some of my opinions myself and talk about why I think the vote was that way. So, but why do I think people voted like that? Well, I mean, it's something we've never seen before. We've never seen Godzilla and King Kong team up before, ever. There's nothing. I don't recall there ever being a comic, anything. There's no movies, no nothing. These two never teamed up. We have seen them fight before, and we're going to see them fight again this year. But the one thing that's missing from these two legacy is a team-up. When have you ever heard of a Godzilla and King Kong team-up? You know, it's never happened. Anytime these two are put together, it's because they're fighting, and yeah, it's never ever like they're teaming up, really. You know, it's kind of crazy to think about. But there's no, outside of Godzilla versus King Kong, like the original King Kong versus Godzilla, there's nothing really at all that material-wise for either of them come together. You know, nothing really official. This is the first time. And even in the 90s, whenever, we have like the basic script outline for a film that was supposed to come out in the 90s, basically a Heisei King Kong vs. Godzilla. In that one, they were not going to team up. They were going to fight the whole time. That script gets a little wacky, and King Kong becomes Cyborg Kong, but I'm just saying, though, that's something we've never seen before. I assume that's why a lot of people like to see that, plus there's so many fan bases that love both these titans, and if they team up, it might be a little bit more inspirational, bring the fan bases together more, possibly. I think it might do the opposite, but it definitely, it would be something that would be iconic. It would go down in history as a crazy movie moment, and I definitely see people wanting to see that. It's cool to think of these two teaming up. It's badass, We see stuff where Godzilla's biting down, holding down Titan, using his atomic breath or something. Godzilla's just shooting his atomic breath, and Kong runs and climbs up his back and jumps off his back, and while the Titan's getting hit by the atomic breath, he takes his weapon and just stabs it through the Titan, We could have so many cool moments of that, with how these characters kind of contrast with their fighting abilities. I think it would be pretty sick to see, and I could see from an emotional standpoint, it would be pretty cool, badass, and these two would get along. I think in Monsterverse terms, they both are really intelligent. They're both alphas, but they're both necessary to the balance. I think it would make sense for them to team up and kind of just go their separate ways, because Kong is the protector of the Hollow Earth. Godzilla is the protector of the Earth. They both have their jobs. Godzilla is the king of the Titans, and like I said, Kong is the god of Skull Island and the Hollow Earth. It's Kong's job to keep control of the Hollow Earth. It's Godzilla's job to really keep control of the surface world. And they're two contrasting in Monsterverse. If one of them die, the balance is going to go out of order quite a bit. So I think it would make sense naturally, too, that at some point they would move past it once they're both very intelligent and would learn, hey, we shouldn't be fighting. Personally, though, this is a film called Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't want to team up personally. I think it would be cool if they went till the very end swinging and just one of them falls and then they come to an understanding after one of them are declared a winner. The one doesn't kill the other one and they just move on. I think that's perfectly a fine thing where one of them win, gets his victory roar, and then they just move on. Neither of them need to die, nothing of the sorts. The next poll with about 26 votes, so there's a slight, decrease in numbers from 226 to 26. I asked, how would you guys like the fight to play out, basically? Since you guys did say you wanted a team up, so I continued based off that. And overall, everyone said that they would prefer them to fight MG, them 1v1. I think that would be a great way to go. I don't think that's the way it's going to go in the film. I'm pretty sure it's going to go Godzilla vs. Kong. We're going to get our winner, and then after that, not saying it's from leaks or anything, but then they're going to fight MG. I think that's how it's going to go. I definitely believe so, but if I had to choose, I think it'd be a lot cooler if they destroy MG together because they realize he's a huge threat. Then from there, they have a conflict from earlier, and MG was the main purpose for them even coming in contact in the first place, and they kind of come together, and they settle their dispute and go on with their ways. I personally think that would be the best way to do it as well. I agree with you guys on that one, definitely. I definitely think that, yeah, I agree. That's how it should go. I definitely agree, but I don't think that's how it's going to happen. The last one I said with about 177 votes, I believe, at least at the time of me taking the poll, was, would you guys want to see Mechagodzilla in the movie even? And a large majority, I think it was over 80% again, said yes, over no. And I did see a lot of comments where some people were saying yes, but a little bit hesitant, it had to be executed just right and stuff. Me personally, I think no matter what, I would have liked to see MG in the film, but not really like a main character maybe. Maybe like he was the reason they came together, sort of, maybe. I don't know exactly how. Maybe it would have been altogether better if he was mentioned in the movie or kind of hinted at or cameoed, but they saved him for Godzilla 3. That could have been something really interesting to do. But he's probably going to be the main antagonist, and he's going to be probably who they team up on. So, do I want to see MG let's just say, going off the fact that I know it's going to be a team up, do I want to see MG? I think MG is an interesting choice. I think from a legal perspective, it was their best choice. It's an interesting topic, though. I think I personally would prefer it if Destroyer came in. Honestly, I would have hated Mecha King Ghidorah, but I think Destroyer would have been a really good choice to bring these two together. That or Biollante, although, again, I think Biollante, I think if it had come down to it, Mechagodzilla or Biollante for Godzilla 3, they've been hinting at one Biollante in the Monsterverse for a very long time now. I think Michael's been wanting Gigan and Biollante in the Monsterverse. Biollante would work perfectly. But since we know, I personally would prefer Destroyer for this film if there was going to be a team up. But Mechagodzilla's in it. We've seen the design. I personally really like the design so far from what we've seen. From the Playmates figures and stuff. Not the best quality images. Not the best quality toys. But I do like what we've seen. I think he's, so far, and from what I've heard too, that he's going to look much better in execution than on crappy toys, on crappy images. Not saying the Playmates are going to be crappy. I know you guys can't see them, but I finally own some Playmates. I can say for myself, Playmates really aren't that bad. I think it was just a rushed line because SH Monster Arts is going through the same thing where the delay really screwed up their line. I think that happened to Playmates, and they just bought the rights to a lot of the figures. Off topic though, I don't think the Playmates really do justice, and I don't think though that they're going to be awful either though. I think Mechagodzilla would be pretty cool in the film. Except personally, if it was up to me, I wouldn't want to team up at all. But since we're getting one, I don't think Mechagodzilla is the choice I would have went for. But hey, he's here, and a lot of you guys seem to like him. Although, like a lot of you guys said, it has to be down to a good execution. I could say I agree with that completely. It would definitely have to be executed just right. I think the best way to do it possibly is the way that's been rumored at, where he gets kind of kidnapped, basically, from Monarch, and they basically just use him to try to get revenge on Godzilla, like the terrorist organization. They want to kill Godzilla, and they just want to kind of destroy the world. And Mechagodzilla is kind of an AI, and he'll just go around and kind of do his own thing. I think that would be the best and coolest interpretation. I kind of wish that, I hope, too, that he would fight them before, and then they 1v1, but it sounds like it's going to be afterwards. So, I mean, I think it would also be really good if he is the purpose, because like I said earlier, you know, they both are completely different, and they both have a really important role in the balance of nature. And naturally, they shouldn't come together and not, you know, and fight. But with MG, an unnatural being, bringing them together, I could definitely see, because we already saw people that Titans that aren't supposed to be there do really affect the environment. So, you know, with King Ghidorah, so like, if Mechagodzilla comes in, he's not natural, he's not supposed to be there, and he's kind of the cause for them coming together in their conflict somehow, then, hey, it's a way for him to work in, he's executed well, and they make him feel like he should be there, then so be it. That's all for this video, guys. I finally talked about the poll results, so I want to hear down in the comments below, what's your guys' thoughts on the poll results? What's your guys' thoughts in general? Do you guys want a team up or not? How do you want the fight to go? Was MG your best choice? Was MG any of your guys' consideration? Are you guys accepting of MG? Do you guys want MG in the film? As always, please, if you did enjoy this video, please, as always, share, like, and subscribe. Hope you guys all had a great night, and as always, peace. Bye-bye.